Get to our reporters in the field now. Kraemer was inside of the press conference inside the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office with Joe Dieter. She joins us live now with more from her perspective of that press conference.
Chris and Catherine, quite a different tone here today, as we've just learned that Prosecutor Joe Dieters will retry this case. We talked a lot with him about the change of venue. He will make that request, and that request will go to Judge Megan Shanahan. She ultimately will decide if there will be a change of venue in this case. That will be very expensive. Prosecutor Dieters said that it's possible that they go to Columbus, to Franklin County, or to Cleveland, that's Cuyahoga County, to retry this case. And Prosecutor Dieters believes that that's the best possible option because those jurors will not be afraid of their identities being released. They haven't been exposed to this. Now, he didn't say that he's studied how the media has covered this in those other markets, but what I can tell you is this case received national attention, and certainly both the Columbus and Cleveland markets have been following this as well. This press release coming out just moments ago as well says that Tenzing will be, again, retried on both the murder and the involuntary manslaughter. Excuse me, that was voluntary manslaughter. Dieters also mentioned that on Friday night of those jury deliberations, you'll remember the hung jury came Saturday morning, the vote was 10-2 for voluntary manslaughter. And of course, they simply could not come up with that decision on later on Saturday morning. So what we're discussing now is that timeline for another change of venue, for the request for that change of venue, which will come sometime on Judge Megan Shanahan's docket in the very near future. The earliest maybe possible retrial of this case, Dieters believes, maybe sometime in the spring. He says, bottom line, they need to do better. Prosecutor Dieters had two assistants in this case, Mark Pietmeyer and Rick Gibson, and he as well tried part of it and actually was in charge of the closing arguments, in which case he says that he faults himself for this case and is clearly taking it personally, and he says he will again be part of this case. So we're just wrapping up inside here. No word on how the family is reacting to this right now. Dieters says he did not personally talk to the DeBose family in this case, but Tarina Allen has been very vocal about wanting this to be retried. So have black clergy members, that is, in this case, Bishop Bobby Hilton. So those are certainly people we'll be reaching out to very shortly, and it's our understanding we'll be checking in with Tom McKee here in just a minute. So for now, we're going to wrap up inside, head outside, and we will send it back to you in the studio.